Greetings everyone. Look at the state of this watch. It looks like a bloody dog's eating it. Let me zoom in and you shall see. Look at this. Look at these buttons. Unbelievable and terrible as well. So I cannot have it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change them for these buttons, and two good ones on here. There's one missing from here, so I'm going to take two from each and I'm going to change this button, maybe this one, I don't know yet, and these two here. Now to change these buttons is not an easy task, because what you got to do is the whole module on this watch doesn't completely come out. You got to unscrew the whole thing, the PCB board, the screen, the cage, the plastic bit that goes over the top, all the button inserts, all got to come out individually, and then you can get to the buttons. So it's a right pain. So let's go through it together and let's strip this watch down right down to basics, put all the parts here, change the buttons over, and let's rebuild it. Now some of these buttons, especially these ones here, are an absolute nightmare to remove, but we shall do it and not give up. Right, let's go. So we're going to strip this back down, not back down, we're going to strip it down, and get my screwdrivers. We are going to get this done. I'm not going to put any gloves on, I just can't be bothered. All right, maybe I should. All right, hold on, I'll put my gloves on. Dearie me. Do you know what it is? I've just been doing some emails on the computer, and I see this watch just lying around by my desk, and I took a look at it, and I thought I'm going to change the buttons, and nothing is prepared. So I just thought, before I change the buttons, let me just record it, and I could make some content in, and then that's why I didn't put any gloves on. But don't worry, we've got them on now. Right, so let's take this watch apart, and you can also learn how to take one of these apart and put them back together. It is an absolute pain though. So let's put it all here. 4 screws. We take this out as well, and here is this seal on there as well. It's really nice insert on this one. So to take this out, I'm not going to take the battery out. You've got to take this screw out here. You've got to take this screw out here as well, and this one here, and this one here. We put these ones on this side, so we know there's the slightly longer, the ones that are holding the internal bits together, and it will spring open now. And the reason it's spring open is because we've still got the battery in, and when we're putting it back, we must not forget this little spring here, piezo spring. Put that over there, put that there. Now we've got that off, we've got to lift the PCB board. Best way to lift this up, so you can't lift it up straight because the infrared bulb is sticking inside the frame. So you find the little hole like this one here, and you just twist it, and you just give it a little push, and out it comes. Then you pick it up very gently, no force, stick it over there, and now we've got all the buttons exposed. This actually, let me show you, because it's never been apart, all the screen and all the buttons are still there together. Normally when you take the PCB board off, the screen is still stuck inside. So if it stays like that, we just leave it like that. There's no point disturbing it. And also this here, the zebra strip, that's for the keypad. So make sure that don't flick off when you do it. So now, which buttons are we taking off? This one here, and this one, and probably all these 3 here. So the worst ones to take off is actually these 3, and let me zoom in and I'll show you the reason why. So the circlips on these have got no gaps or anything to pull the circlips out. So what you've got to do is use some pincers like this, and what you've got to do is get the end of it and push them out like this. It's probably easier for me to look through the screen to do this. See, there's no other way. And by the way, another thing you've got to watch out for is there's a lot of strain on these pins, on these circlips. So when you flick them out, there is a chance they will fly over. So you've got two options. You can either cover it over a bit of plastic, so anything that does fly over, you could at least catch it. I wonder if I can do it. Oh my God, it's all stuck in my hands now. I wonder if it's better to do it like this. I'm not sure I can see. Or, nothing or. Yeah, I don't know what to do actually. Let me think. Hold on. So I'm just thinking, because I need to get you guys to watch it as I'm doing it. So if I put this over, let me just cut a bit of this up and I'll stick it over the top. Then you can watch what I'm doing. So just cut this like this. Yeah, so I put it over. So I'm going to flick these. So what I'm going to do is now, I'm going to show you like this, and then I'm going to put that back over. So I'm going to position these in a way where I can just push it off like this. Let's just try one. Did that even come off? Nope. That's it. There's one. I'm going to put the little clips over here into this corner. And the next one, let's just position that again. So we're taking all of these off. Yeah, no, not the round one, just the two top ones. It's really tricky doing this because you've got to open the pincers up in a specific way. Have I just lost one? Or is it in here? It's so tiny as well. Sure if I just lost one. Oh, there it is here, look. See it there? I thought it went on my gloves. Right, put that over there. And now we push these buttons out. 1, 2. Let's see how terrible these are. I don't think you could do anything with these. Polish them or anything, because there's so many. I mean, look at the indentations on that. Put that over there. And if you want to have a little close-up look, it's got a spring. Let's have a little, stick it on here. So we've got a little rubber seal on top of the pin, and it's held on by a spring. And before that goes in here, this goes in the front. Let me show you. That goes in the front here. The metal thing. So we hold it all there. Right, so this is the one we do want. So let's not get mixed up. And we also got to take these 3 buttons off here. Now these are a pain because there's a little groove in there, you see. But they're not much of a pain compared to the other ones. In fact, let me just swap this round. Hold on. I think could be easier. So because this one's got a bit of a lip, we can just push the pin out. Where do these just go? And let's go again. So which one's just did? That one there. So let's take that. Which one did I just take out? This one. It's very difficult to see as well. Oh my God. That's it, that's another one out. Just got to have a bit of patience. And that's it. Right, that's all four out. I'm going to give this a bit of a clean inside there because you see like gunk inside there. And then we're going to take the other one. I'm going to put these over here so we don't get mixed up. Before I give this a clean, I am going to take the other buttons out first, see what ones we need. So we're going to take, hold on. Yeah, so that one's out already. So I'm going to take that one out. So that's the one we do need. And this one here. That's it. Put it there. And these two are already out, I think. So we're going to take this one out and push this one out. Look how dirty that is. Dirt in there. Madness. So you've got 3, 2, so what have we got there? 2 and 2, and we want this top button because the other one's missing. There we are. let's put these two watches aside. By the way, look at the state of this watch. And this one here. That one ain't too bad, but this one here. Man, that's in it. Terrible it is. Right, I'm going to go and give this a quick little clean and I'll be back. Right, it's all nice and clean. Now, if I remember rightly, this rubber seal here goes in first. Hold on, no, or is it this one here? Let me just get this one out a minute. So this rubber seal goes in first in this hole. Let me zoom in for you. Where's that yellow screwdriver gone? Here it is. So we got one of these. What goes on first is the spring. So this, where are we gone? So the spring goes on first. So let's put that in here. Then we have the silver washer. And then we have the rubber seal. Like so. And then we put it in the hole. And hopefully I'm sure that is how it goes. Right, so we put it in there like that, and then we get one of these circlips. This is very tricky, this bit. Let me zoom out for you. So we get one of these tiny little clips here. We'll lay it here without dropping it like I just did. Oh my God. I'll try and keep my hand here so you can see. Let's lay this flat on here. Then we use this screwdriver to basically push it on. Oh, where's it gone now? Oh my God, it's here. So when you push that out, you see that little shank bit there? That is basically got to slide into that groove. Let's try that again. And it's working. I don't think it's in there properly though. Let me just push it in a bit more. Good. So that one's in. Beautiful. Now let's do the next one. So we have one of these. We have the little spring that goes in here. And then we have the metal washer. And the reason why that metal washer goes in that order is because you don't want the metal spring making a groove on the rubber seal. Oh my God, it's dropped it. Let me just go and find it. We're back. Now what were we doing here? So this Oh my God. Oh my God. I'll drink my coffee a minute. Let's put this down here. It's probably easier to put the rubber seal inside here. Like so. And then we can put this, if nothing falls out, that is. That's it, perfect. So let's zoom in here. Let's put one of these clips on. Very nice. Perfect. Now, just done that one, so let's do the rest. So these are all different. So this one here is a ready. So these ones here are slightly different. These, I've got the rubber seal and all the rest on the side. So that would just go in. And the spring on the cage acts as the spring. So there's no spring on these ones. So what we do is we make it level. Where's it gone? Is that there? Well, that landed very well, didn't it? Let me use this little pin. Now you've got to be very, very careful with this, because if you get this in just slightly wrong, it sort of springs itself and just goes flying. Oh my God, just like that. That's it. Right, next one is this one here, and I think this just goes in one way. Seems all right. Right, let's get this flush as well. And let's get the next spring, not a spring, the little circlip. That's it. Marvelous. Now the next one is this one here. That would just go in here, but this way. Right, so I do have a circlip, but it's sort of bent. I don't know if you can see it. Where is it? See it there? It's bent. Let's see if I can nick one off elsewhere. Yeah, let me take it off this one here, unless these have it. I don't think these do. Which is weird, because I took 3 off, so where's the other one gone? Right, let me take this one off here, a bit easier and quicker. Where's that gone? There it is. There. Tells you these stuff is very, very tricky. They're like bloody magicians. They just fly anywhere. Right, let's not lose this one. So we've got to be very careful. We'll just pick it up. We lay it flat on here. And then let me just zoom in for you here. And we just, it's always got to be the wrong way around. My God. Oh my God. We'll get this right one day. Oh my God, I almost lost the button. Right, let's try that again. Yay. Right, let's blow this. And let's insert this back in. Oh, before we do that, let's push all the buttons out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The buttons look so much better now. Let's try and push this in like that. It's normally better not to have the battery in there. In fact, I might just take it out. It'll be easier. I don't know why I'm rushing and all that. This is a good module, by the way. Let's just take this, push this battery out. Right, now to fit this back in, we've got to make sure all the buttons are out, which they are, except for this one must have been pushed back in again. Ding, ding. Now what we do is, we fit this on top. Make sure that spring is not pushing on any circlips. Oh my God, I can't, just like a Wally today. Let me take this out. So all buttons work fine. Let's put this back in here. Let's do an AC reset. Ding. We get the little spring. And we do the VCR. Oh, sorry, 1 second. TV button, all perfect. Let me just quickly put these 2 screws back. Let me just give this bit of a polish. Actually, it's all right, actually. Yeah, it's actually turned out quite nice. The buttons now are much, much better. Much better. And that's it. That's how you change the buttons on this. It's quite a simple job, really. Just very fiddly, plus the camera is right here. So there. Thanks for watching. You take care.